Did you memorize Surah Al-Ala?
Sister, we did dua kunut instead.
Buruj?
No, dua kunut.
Dua Qunut. Okay. Can you read Dua Qunut?
Allahumma inna. Okay. Allahumma inna. Begin. Auzubillahi. Speak up. Auzubillahi. Is she reading? Auzubillahi. Let's do it. Auzubillahi.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم نستعينك ونستغفرك بك ونتوكل ونثني
عليك ونتوكل عليك.
عليك الخير ونشكرك ولا نكفرك ونقرأ ونترك من يرجوك اللهم إياك نعبد ولك نصلي ونسجد وإليك نسعى ونعبد ونرجو رحمتك نخشى عذابك بالكفر إن عذابك بالكفار ملحق.
Okay. MashaAllah, Tabarakallah. Okay. Can you read from here? From here? Yes, Rahma. Can you read?
كذب
Okay. Next.
that's
No, that's no. Say it properly.
Na'ama.
نعم
Next. Go on. Yes.
يظن
No.
يظن.
Yeah. Just look on the screen.
يحض.
يهد جنة جنة
Okay. Next.
جرة kuatin
Karratun.
kalatun
Look on the screen.
Yes, Rahma. Su'irat.
suirat
Su'irat.
suirat
Qaddamat.
atamat
No, cut. It's qaf.
katamat
Kazzabat.
kazabat
Zuwijat.
suwijat
Sujirat.
sujirat
Speak up. Foot.
fujirat
Good, mashallah. Mashallah. Sujirat.
sayyirat utilat
Uttilat.
utilat
Keep going. Cool.
Kuwirat.
kuridat
Next. Cut.
Tattali'u.
tataliu
Tuhaddithu.
tuhadisu
You have to say. Speak up. Move. Yes.
Nuyassiruhum.
nuriyas sirum
Al-bayyinatun. Al-bayyinatu.
albayinatu
Mashallah, tabarakallah. Okay. But you should practice more, little more. Qayyimatun.
bayyimatun
Ashiyatan.
asiyatan
Muzakkirun.
muzakkirun
Ayyana.
ayyana
Iyyaka.
iyaka
Lillahi.
lillahi
Tajalla.
tajalla
Tasadda. Tasadda.
tasadda
Tazakka.
tazakka
Tawalla.
tawalla
Tawaban.
tawaban
Tawaban.
tawaban
Fajjajan. Fajjajan.
fajjajan
Wasaqan.
kasakan
Fa'alun.
ta'alun
Kizzaban.
kitaban
Wahaja.
wahaja
Mumaddada.
mumaddada,
mukarramatin,
mukarramatin,
mutahharatin,
mukarramatin,
wassama'i.
wassamai.
Okay, mashallah, tabarakallah. Okay. Ruqayya bint Muhammad, Sufyan bin Abdul Muttalib, Ammar bin Yasir. We read this lesson Ammar bin Yasir before. Now the new lesson is Sufyan bin Safiya bint Abdul Muttalib. Safiya was the wife of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Safiya bint Abdul Muttalib. Safiya was the daughter of Abdul Muttalib. Abdul Muttalib was the chief of the people and was a wise man who commanded authority. Safiya was the sister of Hamza, Abu Lahab, Al-Abbas, and Abu Talib. Okay, she was the auntie of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Her mother was Hala bint Wahab, the sister of Amina bint Wahab, the mother of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Prophet's mother's sister, auntie of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She was from the clan of Banu Hashim and was the Prophet's aunt. She belonged to the tribe of Quraysh. After the death of her first husband, she married Al-Awwam ibn Khuwailid. Al-Awwam was the brother of Khadija, the Prophet's beloved wife. One of Safiya's son was Az-Zubair ibn Al-Awwam. He was a companion of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and a powerful warrior. Safiya was one of the early Muslims. She immigrated to Medina and lived after the Prophet's death to the Caliphate of Umar ibn al-Khattab. She was 73 years old then. Okay. So there is exercise. Did you understand? There are some relationships that Safiya was the aunt of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and her son was Zubair ibn Awam, who was the husband of Asma radhiyallahu ta'ala anha, the sister of Aisha radhiyallahu ta'ala anha, Aisha bin Abu Bakr. There are some complicated relationships in this, but in short, Safiya was the aunt of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and among the first Muslims. Okay, Safiya was the sister of whom? Abdul Muttalib. Yes, she was the sister of Abdul Muttalib. She was from the clan of Banu Hashim. She was from the tribe of Quraysh. Her son was Zubair ibn Awwam. Her son was Zubair ibn Awwam. Okay. Who were Safiya's parents? Who were Safiya's parents? Abdul Muttalib? No. Who was the parents? Daughter of Abdul Muttalib and yeah, she was the daughter of Abdul Muttalib. What was the relationship of Safiya's parents with the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? She was Prophet's aunt. Okay, she was Prophet's aunt. Okay, so this was the lesson for today. The Safiya bint Abdul Muttalib was the aunt of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and she was amongst the first Muslims, and she was the mother of Zubair ibn Awwam. Okay, this is the lesson. Now, can you tell me the surahs? Just tell me. Can you recite Surah An-Nas? Rahma?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر وسواس الناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس والجنة والناس.
Okay, mashallah, tabarakallah. Okay, Surah Al-Falaq. Surah Falaq.
قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق
ومن شر
ومن
غاسق
شر غاسق إذا وقب
ومن شر النفاثات في العقد
ومن شر النفاثات في العقد
ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد.
ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد.
Okay, mashallah, tabarakallah. Okay. Okay. All right. Can you recite Surah Ikhlas? Qul huwallahu ahad.
قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
Okay, mashallah, tabarakallah. Can you recite Surah Tabbat Yada, Surah Masad? Tabbat Yada.
تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب ما أغنى
عنه
ماله وما كسب
وما كسب
سيصلى نارا ذات لهب
وامرأته
وامرأته في نار الحطب. في جيدها حبل من مسد.
Okay. Okay. Surah An-Nasr. إذا جاء
إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح.
ورأيت الناس
الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفر
إنه
إنه
كان توابا.
كان توابا.
Okay. سورة الكافرون. قل يا أيها الكافرون.
قل يا أيها الكافرون لا تعبدوا ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم
ولا
ولا أنا
عابد وما عبدتم
ولا أنتم
ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
Okay. MashaAllah, Tabarakallah. Surah Al-Kawthar. Inna Atayna.
إن أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر.
Okay. MashaAllah, Tabarakallah. Surah Al-Ma'un. أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين.
أرأيت أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدعو اليدين
ولا يحض
ولا طعام المسكين غير للمصلين الذين هم في الصلاة ساهون الذين يراءون ويمنعون الماعون.
MashaAllah, Tabarakallah. Okay. And Surah Al-Ma'un. Surah Al-Quraysh. لإيلاف قريش.
إيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي يطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف.
MashaAllah, Tabarakallah. Okay. Okay. آمنهم من خوف. Okay. Surah Al-Fil. ألم تر كيف.
ألم تر كيف فعل ربك
بأصحاب الفيل. ألم يجعل
ألم يجعل
كيدهم
في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل
وأرسل عليهم
فجعلناهم مأكول
طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة
من سجيل وأرسل
فجعلهم
عليهم قد رفعتكم
فجعلهم
فلأجهم كاس من مأكول.
Okay. And Surah Humaza, Wailul likulli Humaza. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
ويل لكل همزة لمزة
الذي جمع
جمع ماله وعدده يحسب أن ماله أخلده
كلا لينبذن
كلا لا ينبذن في الحطمة ما أدراك ما الحطمة نار الله الموقدة التي تطلع على الأفئدة إنها عليهم مؤصدة في أمد ممددة.
Okay. Okay. And Surah Al-Asr, Wal-Asri innal insana lafi khusr.
والعصر إن الذين لفي خسر
إلا الذين
آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر.
ما شاء الله تبارك الله. And Surah At-Takasur, Alhaakum At-Takasur.
ألهاكم التكاثر حتى زرتم المقابر كلا سوف تعلمون ثم كلا سوف تعلمون كلا إن
كلا لو تعلمون علم اليقين
اليقين ترون الجحيم
ثم لترونها
عين اليقين ثم لتسألن يومئذ عن النعيم.
ما شاء الله تبارك الله. والقارعة
القارية ما القارية ما أدراك ما القارية
يوم يكون الناس
كالفراش المرصوص وجكول الجبال كالإبن المنفوش
فأما من ثقلت
وأما من ثقلت موازينه وهو في عيشة راضية وأما من
خفت موازينه فأمه
هاوية
وما أدراك ما هي
وما أدراك ما هي
نار حامية.
نار
Okay. 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 Surah والعاديات ضبحا. Surah Al-Adiyat.
بزعمهم والعاديات ضبحا فالموريات قدحا فالمغيرات صبحا وأثرن به نقعا فوسطن به جمعا إن الإنسان لربه لكنود
إنه على ذلك
وإنه على ذلك لشهيد وإنه لحب الخير لشديد أفلا ينظرون
No, أفعل يعلم
أفلا يعلموا
إذا بعثر
إذا بؤتنا ما في القبور وحصل
ما في الصدور
وحصل
إن
ما في
ربهم
الصدور إن إلى ربهم
بهم
يومئذ عن النعيم.
ما شاء الله تبارك الله. Okay, can you recite surah الزلزلة إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها؟
إذا
سورة
زلزلت
الزلزلة
زلزالها وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها وقال الإنسان ما لها
لها يومئذ
وإذا تحدث أخبارها
بأن ربك
أوحى لها
يومئذ
يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم ومن يعمل مثقال ذرة خيرا يره
ومن يعمل
مثقال ذرة خيرا
شرا
يره.
اوكي ما شاء الله تبارك الله. سورة البينة لم يكن الذين كفروا لم يكن الذين كفروا
لم يكن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب المشركين منكفين
حتى
تأتيهم البينة
رسول من الله
يتلو صحفا مطهرة فيها كتب قيمة ما كفر الذين أوتوا الكتاب إلا من بعد ما جاءتهم البينة
وما أمروا
إلا
ليعبدوا الله
مخلصين له الدين ونفاء ويقيم الصلاة ويؤتي الزكاة وذلك دين القيمة إن الذين كفروا بالأهل الكتاب والمشركين في نار جهنم خالدين فيها أبدا.
رضي الله عنهم ورضوا عنه
وذلك
ذلك لمن خشي ربه ما شاء الله تبارك الله. اوكي سورة القدر إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر
إلا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من ألف شهر. تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر.
سلام
سلام
هي
هي
حتى
حتى مطلع الفجر.
माशाल्लाह तबारकल्लाह. ओके. सूरह अल अलक. इक़रा बिस्मि रब्बिकल लज़ी खलक़. सूरह अल अलक.
مسامحين.
आऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق. خلق الإنسان من علق. اقرأ ربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم. علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم. كلا
كلا
إن الإنسان ويتقى أرآه استغنى إن إلى ربك الرجعى. أرأيت الذي ينهى أبدا إذا صلى.
أرأيت إن كان على الهدى.
رأيت إن كان على الهدى أو أمر بالتقوى.
أرأيت إن
أرأيت
كذب
إن
وتولى.
على الهدى إن كذب وتولى. ألم يعلم
ألم
بأن
يعلم
الله يرى.
بأن الله يرى.
كلا إن لم ينتهي لنسفعا بالناصية. ناصية خطيبة خاطئة. فليدعو ناديه سندع الزبانية. كلا لا تطعه واسجد واقترب.
ما شاء الله تبارك الله. ओके. सूरह वत्तीन. सूरह 3. वत्तीन वज़ैतून.
والتين والزيتون وطور سينين وهذا البلد الأمين. لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم.
ثم رددناه
فرددناه أسفل سافلين. إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات فلهم أجر غير
وتواصوا
ممنون. فما يكذبوك بعد بالدين. وليس لهم
بأحسن الحاكمين.
الحاكمين.
ओके. माशाल्लाह तबारक अल्लाह. ओके. ओके. अलम नशरा. सूरह इंशरा. सूरह इंशरा. अलम नशरा.
ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا
أنك وزرك
عنك وزرك
الذي أنقض ظهرك.
أكذا ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك.
فإن مع
فإن مع العسر يسرا. إن مع العسر يسرا. فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب.
ओके. माशाल्लाह तबारक अल्लाह. All right. والضحى سورة الضحى والضحى والليل إذا سجى
والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولا سوف يرضى
يعطيك ربك فترضى
يأتيك ربك فترضى
ألم يجدك
ألم يجدك
يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى
ووجدك ضالا فهدى
ووجدك عائلا فأغنى
ووجدك عائلا فلا أغنى
فأما اليتيم فلا
فأما السائل ولا تنهر
وأما بنعمة ربك
ربك فحدث
ما شاء الله تبارك الله. Okay. Surah Al-Layl وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا يَغْشَى
الليل إذا يغشى والنهار إذا تجلى وما خلق الذكر والأنثى إن سعيكم لشتى فأما من أعطى واتقى وصدق بالحسنى وأما من
فسنيسره
سنيسره
يسرا
لليسرى
وأما من بخل واستغنى
أما من بخل واستغنى
وكذب بالحسنى
وكذب بالحسنى
فسنيسره للعسرى
سنيسره لليسرى
وما يغني عنه
ماله يتزكى إذا تردى إن علينا للهدى وإن لنا للآخرة والأولى
فأنذرتكم نارا تلظى
نارا تلظى
لا يصلاها إلا الأشقى
لا يصلى إلا الأشقى
الذي يصلى النار الكبرى
إليه يدعون الخبر
إن علينا للهدى
إن علينا على الهدى وإن
وإن لنا للآخرة والأولى
وأنذرتكم نارا تلظى
لا يصلاها إلا الأشقى الذي كذب وتولى
الذي كذب وتولى
ألم يعلم بأن الله يرى
وأن الله يرى لا يصلاها إلا الأشقى الذي كذب وتولى
الذي يؤتي ماله يتزكى
الذي يأتي ماله يتزكى
إن علينا للهدى
وما لأحد إنه بالنعمة تجزى
إلا ابتغاء
الابتغاء
وجه ربه الأعلى
وجه ربي الأعلى
ولسوف يرضى
ولسوف يرضى.
माशाल्लाह तबारकल्लाह. Okay. 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 Surah Ash-Shams wash-Shamsi wa duhaha.
Questions. She's waiting. Questions. She's waiting. So say questions.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
والشمس والضحاها والليل
والقمر إذا تلاها والنهار إذا جلاها والليل إذا يغشاها
والليل إذا يغشاها
والسماء وما
بناها والأرض وما طحاها ونفس وما سواها
فألهمها فجورها وتقواها
وتقواها قد أفلح من زكاها وقد خاب من دساها كذبت ثمود بتقواها إذ انبعث أشقاها وقال لهم رسول الله ناقة الله وسقياها كذبوه وأكلوها فدمدم عليهم
ربهم
بذنبهم فسواها
ولا يخاف
ولا
عقباها.
عقباها.
Okay, mashallah, tabarakallah. Can you read dua qunut? Can you read dua qunut? Allahumma inna nasta'inuka
اللهم إنا نستعينك ونستغفرك ونؤمن بك ونتوكل عليك ونثني عليك الخير ونشكرك ولا نكفرك ونخلع ونترك من يفجرك. اللهم إياك نعبد وإليك نصلي ونسجد وإليك نسعى ونعبد ونرجو رحمتك نخشى عذابك إن عذابك بالكفار ملحق.
mashallah, tabarakallah. Okay. Can you read Salah? Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Subhanakallahumma
وتبارك اسمك ونعلى جدك لا إله غيرك الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم من الضالين آمين
माशाल्लाह तबारकल्लाह.
قل قل الله قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر سبحان ربي العظيم سبحان ربي العظيم سبحان ربي العظيم بسم الله من حمده ربنا لك الحمد حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى سبحان ربي الأعلى سبحان ربي الأعلى الله أكبر اللهم اغفر لي وارحمني وهديني ورفعني
वआफिनी
وجبرني وعافيني ورزقني
ओके माशाल्लाह.
سبحان
Then
ربي
subhana rabbiyal ala, subhana rabbiyal ala.
الأعلى الله أكبر
التحيات.
أتيات الله والصلوات والطيبات السلام عليكم أيها النبي رحمة الله وبركاته السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت وعلى إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد ربي اجعل صدري ربي اجعلني مقيم الصلاة ومن ذريتي ربنا تقبل دعائي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار السلام عليكم ورحمة الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله
Okay, माशाल्लाह तबारकल्लाह. Okay. All right. This was your lesson for today. Inshallah, we'll see you next week. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
السلام عليكم
Wa alaikum assalam.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Walaikum assalam rahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Good. Okay, so let's share the screen and go to the classroom and see. Okay, mashallah. So we have not opening, open with this file cannot be accessed. Okay, let's see. Open with gallery. Okay, if it's not opening like this, then let's try another one. Unable to preview. I can see it like this, but when it comes to opening it, it doesn't open.
It's because it says on the top using Classroom offline.
It does. Yes. Why is it?
I did
Why
my
is it?
homework.
Yeah, mashallah, I can see that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it's because I am already using internet, right? And that's why the classes Zoom is on. But using Classroom, okay, that's fine. I can probably see it just like this. Give me 1 second. Yes. Allah has seen beat, disbelieve, reach, and
Miss Saba, I can share it from my screen.
okay, that's good too. You can share it with your screen, so I'll just stop sharing.
Can you see?
Okay. Yes, I can. Good, mashallah. What are the rights of the Quran on Muslims? He's required to believe, read, understand, act upon his teaching, and teach it to others. Good, mashallah. Very good answer. Very complete and very nicely written. From the life of the Prophet's companions, what should the position of the Quran life? The Quran was their leader and light. Also, it trained and reached them. You should act as it was revealed today. If it was revealed today. Good.
Next page is the second page.
The second, okay. Allah brought down the Quran to the Prophet ﷺ. The Quran is the book of Allah. Allah has protected the Quran from disbelievers. It is the best among Muslims are those who learn the Quran and teach it to others. Good. Okay. Allah has the
Last
Quran
page.
is okay. The Quran guides us. We should read it with respect to our Creator. You should also understand the Quran. To read and understand good and the Quran.
And
Okay,
that's
next homework, please.
I stopped broadcasting.
Okay, you can
For
Okay,
my
so
sister's
my-
homework,
Yes.
she can share the screen.
Okay, you can share the screen.
Okay.
This happened for the first time. I don't know why. It's saying, is it refresh? Unable to preview. You're saying using Classroom offline. Why would I use the Classroom offline?
This the second one, it's called book. I think the writing like kind of glitched a little. It's this one over here.
Quran is the
Then-
book of Allah.
Yeah,
Allah, okay. Protect the Quran from
harm.
harm. Okay. The best among Muslims are those who learn the Quran and teach it to others. Okay. So I believe the previous answer was Allah protected the Quran from. I think it should be being changed, you know. And the previous answer was disbelievers, and this is harm. But it still makes sense. Allah brought down the Quran to the Prophet. The Quran is the book of Allah.
I couldn't
Okay.
make the first text smaller.
To read it, understand, try, and memorize it. Good, mashallah. Teach it to others as well. It should be an important part of our lives. Okay, Quran is the book on words of Allah. Very good, mashallah. Do you have another page?
That is it.
That's it. Okay. So I'm going to share the screen. 1 second. Oops. Where is the screen? Yeah. Share the screen. And let's see what we have in the previous one. So we were here at 272. Surah Baqarah 272. So we'll start with 273, I believe. Okay. Who's reading first? It's all about spending money, right? Again, Allah guides them who
Haika
wills
will
and
read.
Okay, go ahead.
Will read.
Okay, Haika.
أعوذ
Go ahead.
بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لله فقراء الذين أحصروا في سبيل الله لا يستطيعون صرفا في الأرض يحسبهم والجاهل أغنياء من التوافف تعرفهم بسيماهم لا يسألون الناس إلحافا وما تنفقوا من خير فإن الله به عليم. And with the ayah.
Allaha bihi alim. Because when the ayah ends, you do not use the vowel sounds and you say alim. So there's sukoon. Okay, so sukoon is not there.
Alim.
MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Working. Lil fuqara. Li is for. Lil fuqara, for the poor. Okay, I'll do like this. Lil fuqara, for the poor. Allazina, those who. Allazina hdiru, are wrapped up. Hidaru, fi, in. Sabil is the way. Allah, of Allah. La, not. Yastati'una, they are able. Darban, to move about. Darban, fi, in. Fil ardi, earth is the earth. Al is the, and earth is earth. Yahsabuhum, yahsab is think. Hum is them. Yahsabuhum, think about them. Al jahil, al is the, jahil is ignorant one. Yes, turn now. Al jahil. Aghniya, aghniya are the self, they are the self-sufficient. Min, of or from, because minad. Oops, again, just moved around. What's wrong with that? Give me 1 second. Okay, maybe like this. Okay, min of at-ta'affuf, they restrain. Okay. Ta'rifhum, ta'rif is you recognize. Ta is for you. Arafa is to know, to recognize. Hum is them. Ta'rifuhum, you recognize them. Bisimahum, B is by, sima is mark. Hum is there. By their mark. Bisimahum, la, not. Yas'aluna, they ask. Ya is for they, and fa'ul sa'ala is ask. An-nas, al is the, nas, people. Ilhafan with opportunity. Wama, wa, and ma, whatever tunfiqu you spend, min, from, of. Khair is good. Fa, inna, then, indeed. Allah, bihi, there are two words, be, with, he, it, of it, alim is all knowing, all knower, or all knowing. Okay, so let me see if I can turn it around now. Yes, it's working. Yes, translation.
The translation is charity is for the poor that have been restricted for the cause of Allah, unable to move about in the land. An ignorant person would make them self-sufficient because they're restrained. But do you not know by the character sign? They do not ask people persistently or all. Whatever you spend of good indeed, Allah knowing of it.
Of it, yes. So charity is for the poor, okay? And who have been restricted to for the cause of Allah, like unable to move around in the land, an ignorant person would think them self-sufficient because of their restraint. So they're not asking people about money. And so the people who don't know would think that they are self-sufficient, but you will know them by their characteristic signs. And they do not ask people persistently. They're not asking people for money. So they are people who have self-respect. And they don't ask other people for money. Okay? But you can see by their characteristics. So you can even, when you're looking for poor people to give money to, because giving money is for the poor. They have the first right, right? So sometimes you'll have to find by their signs that they are poor. They would not ask for money. You said there are some people who keep asking for money, and they're poor or not, but still they have the habit of asking. But then there are people who don't ask, and they are actually deserving people. So you have to see their signs. They do not ask people persistently for money sometimes, or at all. And whatever you spend of good, indeed Allah is knowing of it. Okay, so it's about charity, giving money. Who's next? Who wants to read next? Rauda? Asma? Someone's mic is off? Okay, I can't hear. Let me just check. Oops. Yes. Let me see. Something else. Yes. Who's next? I have Haika, which is mic is.
I can read.
Go ahead. Okay. Okay. So we do. Yes.
الذين ينفقون أموالهم بالليل والنهار سرا وعلانية فلهم أجرهم عند ربهم ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون.
Good. MashaAllah. Tabarakallah. Okay. Allazina. Allazina are. Okay. Again, it moved. Okay. Allazina. Those who yunfikuna spend amwalahum. Amwal is the wealth. Amwal, plural of wealth. Wealth, amwal, sorry, wealth, lahum, their wealth, bil by night, one nahari, and day, sirran, sirran is secretly, wa and alania openly. The people that they know. Falahum, fa is then lahum for them, ajruhum is their reward, in the with Rabbihim, their Lord, wala and not khawf, fear, alayhim, on them, wala and not whom they, yahzanun, it will be sad, will grieve. Okay, it's fine. So, translation? Translation, can you read the translation now?
Okay. Those who spend their wealth in Allah's way by night and by day, secretly and publicly, they will have their reward with their Lord, and no fear will there be concerning them, nor will they grieve.
Okay, so what do you understand?
I understand that you have to spend your wealth, you have to spend it responsibly and in Allah's way. And if you spend it in Allah's way, you will be rewarded.
Okay, very good. Okay, there's something I want to add to this. Now, spending money on the poor is, you see how important it is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning that those who spend their wealth, okay, by night and day is like secretly and And so you can spend in the day, even at night. So secretly is like you don't tell anyone. Okay, you want to keep a secret that you're helping. And publicly is that, like people do different projects, you know, like they make masjid. So when you're donating there, or people are seeing that actually people are donating to other causes. There are different causes, and people donate publicly in a big amount, and as an organization, or so that's publicly. And secretly is sometimes you want to help someone, but you don't want your name to be known. Okay, so they will have their reward with the Lord. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that they will get their reward. Okay, and so it doesn't matter if you're spending a huge amount and you get to know, how people sometimes think that if their name will be known, they won't get the reward. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying whether it's secretly or publicly, both ways you will get reward. But why do you think people sometimes don't like their names to be known, that they are giving charity? Why do you think? Anyone? Is everyone awake or sleeping?
What was the question? My mic was,
The question,
you were glitching. I couldn't hear you.
okay. The question was that why do you think some people don't want their names to be known when they give charity?
I do not know. Maybe because people will make fun of them or something. I do not know.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, you tried. That's good, mashallah. But not because people will make fun of them, because giving charity is very, very good. They don't want people to praise them. For example, if you give, say, $100 to a poor person, right? So if you give it, showing it to everyone, and if in your heart is that you're not doing it for Allah, but you're doing it for people to praise you, then what happens? Remember we read in the previous ayah, when you are hurting the person who you're giving, so what happens is that it's like rain on a rock that takes away the dust. So all the good deeds you're getting, you're not actually getting any benefit. So some people think that if we show our giving money, our wealth to giving it to the poor, we might not get the benefit, right? Or we might not get rewarded. So if your niyyah, if your intention is that to show off, then you will not get the reward. But if you are doing it and somehow people get to know that you helped the poor person, then you still get the reward. This is the ayah, see? Secretly and openly. Not the intention to show off, but just in case someone gets to know. And sometimes it's a source of inspiration for others. They want to do it too. You know how sometimes you do a good deed and the other person gets motivated that I wanted to do good things as well. So that's totally fine. Okay, why I want to say this, the most important thing about spending money in the way of Allah is, you see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, wala khawfun alayhim wala hum yahzanun. This is very, very important. In this world, people usually have, what are the problems in this world? What do you think are the problems in this world?
People are greedy.
Okay, they are greedy. So if they are greedy, they want more. But the thing, that's, you can say, a bad habit, or something that is not good, that they're greedy, they want more and more. But uh, the thing in this world is that we have fears. We have fear, or there's sadness. There are two things that people don't want in their life. For example, if someone is greedy, then that person is greedy for his own self, right? But the main thing, that the problems that we face in this world, either there's fear, Okay, you have fear of something, fear of losing something. The person's greedy, probably he has fear of losing money. That's why he's greedy and he wants more and more and more. But we either have fear or we don't want to be, we don't want fear or we don't want sadness. Yahzanun is grief. Grief is sadness. You don't want sadness and you don't want a fear. So the important thing about this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying those people who spend their wealth, okay, in day or night or secret or openly, not only will they have their reward with Allah, but they will not even have grief and they will not be sad. So it's a solution for your sadness and it's a solution for your fears, of your phobias, you know. That's how important spending money is. It actually takes care of all your problems. People know when they have problems in their life, they give sadaqah. Have you heard that? When they have problems in their life, they give sadaqah. Yes, sadaqah is giving people money to the
Yeah,
poor people,
yeah.
right? So when you have problems in your life, people suggest you should give sadaqah. So these are the verses that tells you that if you're spending your money in the in the way of Allah by day or night, secretly, openly, whatever, not only that you will get reward, but also there'll be no fear and no grief. So that's where we find out that it solves our problems, and they will have their rewards with their Lord, and no fear will there be concerning them, nor there will be disbelief. No grief. So that is why it's very important to understand the importance of spending money. It also solves your problems. Okay. Um, who's next? Asma,
Yeah.
go ahead. Read. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Okay, I'll read it. Um, الذين
أعوذ
يأكلون
بالله أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الذين يأكلون ربا ولا لا يقومون إلا كما يقوم الذي يتخبطه الشيطان من المس ذلك بأنهم
Sorry, it just turns around. Yes.
بأنهم قالوا إنما البيع مثل ربوات وأحل الله والبيع وحرم الربا ومن
ربا
جاءه
من جاءه
موعظة من ربهم
ربه
فانتهى فله ما
فلا
سلف وأمره إلى الله ومن عاد فأولئك أصحاب النار هم فيها خالدون.
Mashallah, tabarakallah. It was a little big ayah, but it's also again very, very important ayah, because some ayahs they give how to lead our lives, and there are not too many repetitions in it, so we have to pay attention. Okay, right. Allazina. screen is moving too much today. What's wrong? Okay, I'll keep it this way then. You can see it, right? Everyone can see the screen?
Okay.
Yes. Allazina, those who yakuluna consume. Yakulus eat. Yakuluna riba. Riba is usury. La, not. Yakumuna, they can spend. Illa, except kama, like yakumu. Stands allazi, the ones who yatakhabbatuhu. Yatakhabbat, who confounds him. A shaitan, the shaitan min with al-massi, his touch. Zalika, that, bi annahum, because they qalu say, innama, only, al-bay is the bay is trade or business, mislu, like, riba, the usury, wa ahallu, while has permitted, Allah, al-bay, the trade, waharrama, but has forbidden a riba, the usury. For then man, whoever ja'u, comes to him, mau'izatun, the admonishment from Rabbihi, his Lord, fantaha, and he refrained, falahu, for then lahu, for him, ma, what, salafa, past, wamruhu, and his case, wa amruhu, and his case ilah, with Allah, Allah. Waman, and whoever, ada, repeated, for ulaika, then those ashab are the companions annar, of the fire, whom they fiha, in it, khalidun, will abide forever. Okay, read the translation, Asma. Yes, Asma, read the translation.
Um, uh, those who consume interest cannot stand on the day of resurrection except as one stands who is being eaten by shaitan as insanity. That is because they say trade is just like interest, but Allah has permitted trade as full, and has forbidden interest. So whoever has received an admonition an admonition from his Lord and desist may have what is ours, and his affair rests with Allah. But whoever
Returns to dealing in interest and usury.
I can't read the rest. But whoever
Those, yeah, we can't hear you. Those are the companions of the fire. They will abide eternally therein.
I can't see. But whoever returns to dealing in first or usually those are the companions of the fire. They will abide eternally therein.
Abide eternally therein. Yes. I know what is happening is sometimes, it's not turning round. So it should be like this. Okay. So what's the yes, so do you understand what usury is? Riba is? What is riba?
I don't really understand what the ayah is about.
Okay. Riba is, you can say in simple words, making money from the poor people. You know how the previous verse was about giving charity to the poor people? right?
Yeah.
So what they
Yeah.
do is riba is actually you lend money to them. You know, sometimes you give the money as charity, sadaqah, right?
Mhm.
But some people, you know, what they do, they lend the money to them. You know how you say borrow money? Do you understand borrowing money? So people, some are poor and okay, let me just uh Aisha. All right. So some people, what they do is, you know how you give money to the poor people as charity? So a poor person can come to you and ask you for money they want for their personal needs, right? Then what happens is that, are you supposed to give it to them if you have money you can lend? Yes or no? Anyone? Aisha?
I was muted. Yeah, you're supposed to give it to them.
Okay. So if you have money, so you can give as charity, that is, you give it to them forever, or you can give them loan. That is like giving them, you know, they're borrowing money from you. So when they borrow money from you, you are not supposed to make money out of it. For example, you give someone $100 and then you say, you know what, you're going to give me $10 extra every month until you pay it off. So that is actually riba, which is forbidden. And then what happens, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, if they don't, you know, do it again, what will happen? Then their abode, their destination will be in hell. Okay, so either you give it as a charity or you lend them the money because you need it as well. But what do? You only take the money that you've given to them. If you give them $100 and they promise to give it to you after a month or 6 months or whatever, then you're only supposed to take the same amount of money that you've given as borrowing. You're not supposed to make money out of this. That is called usury. Okay, is everyone clear with that? That's the word riba. Okay, so we're going to mark it over here. 276 we did, 275 or 276? No, 275. So we did that, mashallah. And yes, Aisha, which is your ayah number? Are you muted?
No.
I can't hear you. I have to see over here then. 117. So you have to do 118 now.
Yeah.
Okay. Surah Ma'idah chapter 5 and 118. Go ahead. Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajim. Go ahead.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن تعذبهم فإنهم عبادك وإن تغفر لهم فإنك أنت العزيز الحكيم.
Good, mashallah. Tabarakallah. Okay. In if ta'idzuhum, ta'izzibuhum, tu'izzib, tu'azzibuhum. Tu'azzib is you punish whom them. Tu'azzibhum, you punish them. Fa'innahum, then indeed they ibaduka are your slaves. Ibad is slave, ka is yours. Wa and in if taghfir, you forgive lahum for them. Then indeed you, the Al-Aziz, Al-Aziz are the Almighty, Al-Hakim, all the wise. Okay, translation.
You should punish them, indeed they are your servants, but if you forgive them, indeed it is you who is exalted in might the wise.
Yeah, so U is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You can see Y is capital. If Allah punishes them or forgives them because they are your servants, indeed it is you who is the exalted, might and wise. Next ayah.
قال الله هذا يوم ينفع الصادقين صدق صدقهم لهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها أبدا رضي الله عنهم ورضوا عن ذلك الفوز العظيم.
MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Okay. So qala, it will say Allah, Allah hada, this yom day, yanfa'u, will profit, as-sadiqina, the truthful, sid, sidqihum, sidqu is truthful, hum, their truthfulness, la, for whom, them, jannat, okay. Jannat are the gardens, tajri flows, that's Jannah, right? Jannat, the gardens, plural of Jannah is Jannat, the garden, tajri flows min from tahti. Tahtiha beneath ha is it, beneath it, al-anhar. Anhar is the plural of neher, which is the rivers. Anhar khalidina will abide fiha in it, abada, forever. Radi is pleased Allah anhum with them, waradu and they're pleased anhu with him. Zalika that Zalikal fawzul is a successor, azim is the great. Is a great success. Translation.
Allah will say, "This is the day when the truthful will benefit from their truthfulness. For them are gardens in paradise beneath which rivers flow, wherein they will abide forever. Allah being pleased with them and they with Him. That is a great attainment."
Yeah, it's a great success, attainment, what they've reached. Okay, so they when the truthful will benefit from the truthfulness. Okay.
Oh wait, I think there's just one more ayah left in the surah.
Oh, that's the last one? Okay, go ahead then.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. لله ملك السماوات والأرض وما فيهن وهو على كل شيء قدير.
MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Okay. So, Lillahi, to Allah belongs mulk, the dominion, as-samawati, of the heavens, wal earth, and the earth. Wama, and what, fihinna, is in them, wa, and huwa, he, ala, on, kulli, every shay in his thing, qadir, all powerful. Yes, the translation.
To Allah belongs the dominion of the heavens and the earth, and whatever is within them, and He is over all things competent.
Competent. Okay, qadir, all powerful. Okay, so mashallah, Surah Maida is done. Fifth chapter, fifth surah of 120 ayats. Okay, so we'll take this one for, because there are more words in this. Let me see if we have everything. Actually, we do have everything in this. Okay, so could you circle the ism, please? Allah, yes. Mulk, as-samawat, correct. Wal earth, very good. Qadir, all powerful, very good. Ism. Okay, mashallah. Do we have fail? Do we have it or not? Who's going to tell me? Fail. No. We have hinna is like also attached pronoun. So Allah. Okay, let's do harf. Lots of harf. We have Allah, very good. Kulli, very, yes. Ma, very good. Wa itself is a harf. Li, no, sorry. Li, for. Fi, very good. Harfe jar, in it. Good, mashallah. Very many, lots of harf. Good, mashallah. So we're done with that. 120, and we'll go to Islamic studies, mashallah. We're in chapter 29. And did we finish that? Quran is the word of Allah. Let's see. Act upon. Yeah, I think we did this one. We're going to start chapter fingerprints, the unique creation of Allah. That seems very interesting. Okay, fingerprints. So who's reading this one? So in the last chapter, we did the importance of the Quran, reading, understanding, implementing, memorizing, and also teaching to others, right? And this chapter is about fingerprints. Who's reading?
I can read.
Yes, go ahead, Aisha.
There are more than 6 billion people in the world. Some are tall, some are short, some are fat, some are thin, some have black hair, some have fair hair, some are dark skinned, some are fair skinned. Each person is unique with his or her own physical features. Many different subjects are mentioned in the Quran in the course of inviting people to believe. Sometimes the Quran mentions the heavens, sometimes the animals, and sometimes the trees and plants. It also mentions many other things as evidence of Allah's greatness and wisdom. The Quran calls us in many verses to reflect on our own creation and on anything Allah created. The creation of man and the miraculous aspect of this creation are stressed in many verses of the Quran. Some bits of information within these verses are so wonderful and detailed that it is impossible for a person living in the 7th century to have known them. Hence, it follows that the Quran is the word of Allah. It is sent down by the Creator of man for man's own guidance. Fingerprints facts. Let us consider the uniqueness of the fingerprints. The Quran says, "Does man think we will not assemble his bones? Yes, we are able even to put together in perfect order the very tips of his fingers." One feature that distinguishes you from everyone else is the pattern of the curved lines on the tips of your fingers. These patterns are different in every person, and no two people have the same fingerprints. The patterns of your fingertips do not change as you grow older, even if your skin becomes cracked and wrinkled with age, so your fingerprints can be used to identify you. Wherever you go, you tend to leave your fingerprints behind you. That is why fingerprints are widely accepted as a very important way of identifying people. The fingerprints are unique to its owner. Every person has a different set of fingertips. All the people who have lived throughout history also had different fingertips. Can fingertips formed by coincidence? It is interesting to note that 2 centuries ago, fingerprints were not important. It was only in the late 19th century that fingerprints were discovered to be different from one person to the other. In the 7th century, the Quran pointed out that the fingerprints of human beings bear a unique characteristic. Does man think we will not assemble his bones? Yes, we are able even to put together in perfect order the very tips of his fingers. What does this show? This clearly shows that the Quran is the word of Allah. Every bit of information and description of the Quran is true because every verse of it, every syllable of it, every particle of it is from Almighty Allah. It also shows that Allah is great and wise and creates everything in the best of forms and shapes.
Yeah. So did you know that the fingerprints of every person is unique?
Yeah.
Okay. What about Asma, Haika, Rauda? Did you know that? Are you muted? I can't hear you.
I knew that.
Okay. So did you know that it's mentioned in the Quran about the fingerprints?
No, I didn't know that.
Okay. So now you know that's also mentioned in the Quran, and there's a lot of things that the scientists proved later, but it was already mentioned in the Quran, showing that this book is from our creator, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? So that's the purpose of this topic. Number one, what answer is impossible to be raised after death? Anyone? What answer
Hello?
does the Quran give? Who wants to give the answer?
Hello?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So who's answering question number one?
It was an ayah from Surah Qiyamah, I think, that
Yes.
it wasn't?
Yes. 75 Surah Qiyamah.
Yeah, that like that do you not think that we will not resurrect you, but something like that, and that like even
Okay, we can go back.
yeah.
Yes. So is this man think we will not assemble his bones? This is the answer to those who think that how will they come back to life again when their bones will be, um, all gone and all their body. How can they come back to life? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created for the first time. So why can't he, create the second time? So does man think we will not assemble his bones? Yes, we are able to put together in perfect order the very tips of his fingerprints. So that what it gives those impossible to be raised. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives this answer to the people who think that they will not be, how will they be raised after death? How will they become again perfect human beings, right? Do fingerprints change as we grow older?
No.
No, right? So it just stays as a unique characteristic of human beings. When did man discover fingerprints? And when did the Quran mention them?
Either it was the 7th century or the 19th century.
Yes. So the Quran was mentioned in the Quran in the 7th century, and it
Huh.
was and the scientists found out this reality in the 19th century,
Oh,
right? So that's what it's saying, right? Over here. And that's a miracle because you see, who could have told it except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? As we can see over here. Yes. In the late 19th century, people came to know that's only like 200 years ago that we came to know about the uniqueness of every human being's fingerprints, right? But Allah mentioned it, in our today's calendar in the 7th century, 1300 years ago, you can say, approximately 1400 years, in the 7th century, it's been mentioned. That's how many years? So it was revealed after 19, take away 7, 8, 9, after 1200 years later, people found out about this ayah. They could understand this ayah even better. Okay. So what do the wonderful design of fingerprints point to?
your identity.
Your uniqueness, that you are unique and there's no one like you, right? So you are unique in yourself. There are millions of people, but then there's no one like you. That's what it points out. Activity, let's see. Apply watercolor to your fingers and mark prints on paper. Now compare with your prints with those of your friends. Are any of the patterns identical? There are 4 lines given here. You may make them long or short, but try to make as many patterns as you can. How many could you make? Remember, Allah has made billions upon billions of patterns of fingerprints and is continually generating new ones. Yes. Okay, so this you have a project now. Okay. And what do you have to do in a project? You have to take a piece of paper. Okay. You can use stamp if you have stamp at home, or you can, put a marker on your fingerprint, on your thumb. Okay. Take your thumb and you can apply mark it. You can color it by a marker, or if you have a stamp, you can just stamp it, and on a paper, make the marks, and then you can write your name, one mark of yours, and then you can do with your family. You can take the marks of your parents or your brothers, your siblings, sisters, or your friends, and then compare whether they are the same or not. So let's you can find the same ones. Okay, so that's the project that you have, and you have to find whether they are identical or not. So even if your brothers and sisters, see if your thumb marks are the same or not. Okay, so you have to show it to me, inshallah, next week. Is that clear with everyone?
Yeah.
So you will share the screen and show the piece of paper how your fingerprints and your family fingerprints either are the same or not. You ready for the experiment? Inshallah? Yes, I don't hear anything. What's wrong? Is it my internet or other people? Yes?
You're kind of like cracking a little.
Internet's not working properly? Aisha, same with you?
No.
Might be my internet.
Yeah, sometimes your internet, is not too good. So it happens with everyone actually. Sometimes your connections are strong, sometimes they are not strong. Okay, but that's fine. So this is the homework I'll be posting, inshallah. And chapter 30, mashallah, we're progressing nicely. And let's go back. So we have Sunday Islamic School. This is the one I'm using. And I'm going to go and do the chapter 30. So everyone knows they have a project of the textbook. Okay? Inshallah. Okay, so let me assign. So we have the new one, and we come to IXL. We did good, mashallah.
Can we do division?
Yes, divisions are good. So let's go back to divisions. Yeah, we were doing divisions. Division facts to 12 word. Yeah, it's good because it helps you practice your tables, and that's very essential for math. If your tables are good, then your math is strong. Okay, so let's start.
4.
Okay, that's good. Let's see how fast you can say it. 4. Submit. Very good.
No, can we not just make it so easy?
3.
3. Okay, let's do it in Heike's level as well. So she's happy, even though it's grade 5, it's easy. Okay, 96 people competing
This
in
is even easy.
Okay, go ahead.
96. So 96 divided by 8. 9,
I know the answer.
72.
How's it
No.
72?
It can't be
How is
72.
that 72? That's too big.
I know. Sorry.
Can I just say
I
it?
made a mistake. Wait,
8
1
times-
minute.
8
1
times
minute.
what
1
is a
minute.
96?
96, right? 96
Yeah.
divided.
1
It's
8 to 8.
12.
Haika,
8 is a 16.
Haika. Did you use the calculator?
You have to do, if you don't know the tables, the way I showed you, that's how you divide it. Okay?
Okay.
I know this one. I know this one.
Go ahead.
It's 9.
If it's wrong, I want everyone to participate and tell me, okay? If it's correct, then let me know it's correct. Everyone agrees with it?
Okay.
8.
Oh, that's so easy. 8. So easy.
It's 8. That's like so easy.
Good, mashallah.
What my 10 is so easy. Oh, I know this one. 9.
9.
Good job, everyone.
I know my 9 times table. Uh, 10? Is it
That is
10?
so easy.
Yeah, it's 10. 10 p times 10.
10. Good job.
16 divided by 4. That is 4. Yeah, that's 4.
Good job.
10, 10, 10, 10, 10. 10, so easy.
10.
Very good, mashallah.
Alright, wait. 40 divided by 8.
5.
5.
5.
Good job, mashallah.
Okay. Don't misclick any of them. We're getting them all correct. 5. It's 5.
5.
Yeah, 5.
I just have one
9
glimpse of
times
it
the
and I know
45.
exactly what the answer is. Oh, 12? Yeah,
Who
12.
knows it? Anyone agrees with that? 12, 24, 36, 48. Correct.
Yep, keep it up. 12, I think. Yeah,
12 times the
12.
60. Good, mashallah.
Woohoo, I know it. All right, 28. I hate
7
my
times
7 symbols.
28 divided by 7
4.
is?
It's 4.
Good job. Good job, mashallah. Next.
42 to 7.
6.
Yeah, 6.
6 sevens are 42. Very good. Okay. That's very easy.
4.
4 11s are 44. Good, mashallah.
That one wasn't even a question. It was so easy.
2.
2.
2.
Two. Very good.
2.
Very good, Haika.
7.
7.
7.
Very
7.
good,
7.
mashallah.
4.
4. 4.
Very good. I just like it when someone says it the first time. Okay, we're in the challenge
Oh,
zone.
challenge zone. I bet this isn't even a challenge. Oh, what do you call it? 8. 8.
I said it first.
8.
Very good, mashallah. Great job.
8.
10.
10.
Very good. Okay.
7. It's 7.
7.
I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I feel like I'm doing it for the second time.
Okay, that's so
What do you
easy
call it?
again.
9.
9. It's 9.
Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
11. 11.
Very good.
And final questions has been completed.
And we did it, mashallah. 24 out of 24 took 5 minutes and 21 seconds, 100%. You see, even though it's easy, but someone says it first before the other one, and that's a good practice of how you can think fast. So it's a very good practice. Okay, so what do we have today? Getting help. I think that's
Can we do
interesting.
something in science? In Brainpop?
And let me see. Let's just getting help is good. Simple. Today we have everything simple. They have to click on this and enable original sound. So that I think this is going to be an interesting topic. Okay. If we have time, we'll go to the other one, inshallah.
No. I want to do it myself. Dear Tim and Moby, people are telling me to get help in school. How do I know if I even need it? Where do I start? From Jamie. Well, everybody needs help now and then. Some of us need it a lot of the time. Okay. Oh, that's what the problem was asking for? Thanks. It's not always easy to ask for help, but asking for help helps everybody. Well, the first step to making things better for yourself is to know when you need help. You might be hearing a lot of people say that you should get help. If that's happening, it's a good idea to pay attention to what they're saying. Oh, Mrs. Gibbons wants me to stay after class for some extra practice with math. Sometimes you feel it in your body when you need help. I get really nervous, and my stomach starts to hurt when I feel overwhelmed by class moving too fast for me, or when I'm having trouble with friends or classmates. That can make you really sad and depressed even. Right, you don't have to feel that way. You can ask for help in person, by writing a note or an email, or even over the phone. And there are plenty of people who you can ask: parents, teachers, friends, relatives, neighbors, older students, tutors, counselors. And those are just a few of the options. Asking for help can be scary sometimes. You can always ask a friend to go with you to ask for help. And lots of times it makes things easier if you role play beforehand to get an idea of what you want to say and to get used to the situation. The thing is, asking for help is always a good idea. Every problem has a solution. Successful people know how and when to ask for help. And asking for help does not mean that there's something wrong with you. Everyone can benefit from help. Yeah, asking for help is especially important for people with learning difficulties. Many people with learning difficulties have asked for and gotten help and gone on to great success. Oh, actually, I'm going to meet with this study group right now. Well, sure you could come, but I didn't think you'd want to. You are invited to the study group, okay?
Okay, so it is really important to get
Saba,
help. Yes.
because we were learning about fingerprints in the book, can we do fingerprint brain pop?
Oh, you want to do the brain pop fingerprints? Okay, that's a good idea. Very good.
Yeah, but let's just do this
You
quick
want-
first. Which
Yeah,
one
that's what I
is
should do. Very easy.
the following is almost always a tree?
Number D.
Hiroshi
D.
is older than you. Okay. Very good. Which of the following is a sign that you want to ask for help?
A.
Okay. Very good, mashallah. What's the best reason to bring a friend with you when you're asked for help?
C.
Yeah.
C. Very good. What
B.
attitude should you take if
B.
people around you are telling you to get
B.
help?
B. B. B.
Oh, why? C.
B.
C.
It's B.
Why would you be ashamed?
It's
Okay,
C. It's
Oh,
C.
I said C. Why would you click on me? Sorry. C.
I mean, why would you be ashamed?
saying so many times that to show her it's wrong.
Oh, okay. Well, obviously you have to be you have to like
No,
take their advice, you know.
ashamed. Yeah, it's not being shamed. You're nervous or something. What's the most likely set of emotions you'll feel before and after getting help with your problem?
D.
C. Wait, no, D.
Okay, good. Tim's stomach starts to hurt when he needs help with his schoolwork. What does
C.
describe his reaction?
C.
Physical?
No. Oh, wait. Okay.
Yeah. Which of the following is an opinion about asking for help?
B. B.
B.
Opinion. Correct. How can role-playing forehand make asking for help easier? Choose the best answer.
A.
Yep. A.
It allows you to rehearse when you okay. Role-playing does help. Yeah. You know what to say. There are many careers in which giving help is the main job function. What can you infer about this?
There are many careers in which giving help. B maybe.
Most
Oh, I think B.
Yeah, I think it's
B.
B.
Little support. Very good. Okay. Which of the following statement is true?
Oh, successful people never need help. Successful people ask for help when they need it. I
A.
think B.
Yeah, successful people ask for help when they need it. Very good. That's very important. So that's a part of being successful, that you take help when you need it. Now let's see. You're saying I should, we should find fingerprints. Okay. Do we have that option of going? Good, good, good. Main menu. Getting help. How come we have a different one? Is it working? Oh,
Miss Saba.
yes.
You can only access the free one because you don't have like the membership thing and you can't log in. If you have the membership thing, then you can look at the other ones. But this is just
Stop sharing. I know how to go to the membership.
Stop sharing. Okay. Let me see.
I'm
I'm going
share
to
my
stop
screen.
sharing, and I'm going to see
I'm
whether.
sharing my screen.
Okay. Let me
Two.
check.
And then we can search up Brainpop, fingerprints. There, I found it.
Okay, so you found on YouTube?
Yes. Can you hear my screen?
Can everyone hear it?
Yeah, I could hear it.
yeah. I think we watched this one though.
What? What are you doing? You are so addicted to that game. Dear Tim and Moby, we were wondering, can two different people have the same fingerprints? From Mrs. Marchese's class. Well, it's possible, in theory. Like, maybe out of several 100 trillion people, you'd find two matching prints? But there are fewer than 10 billion people in the whole world. So, it's pretty safe to say no two living humans have the exact same fingerprints. That's why they're such a useful way to identify people. Fingerprints are the oldest form of biometric identification, a way to know who someone is using their physical characteristics. In ancient times, people used them to sign business agreements. And they're still one of the most convenient forms of personal identification. Unlike a driver's license or passport, you can't exactly forget them at home. No one knows exactly why people have fingerprints. We do know that they improve our sense of touch. Running your fingertips over a surface creates tiny vibrations. This helps the nerves in fingertips feel even the finest textures. People used to think the raised lines of skin helped us grip objects. That's why they're called friction ridges. But it turns out that fingerprints actually reduce your grip on whatever you're touching. Whoa! Fingerprints develop while we're still in the womb. It's thought to be caused by one layer of skin growing faster than the other. The outermost layer of skin is called the epidermis. That's the part we see on our bodies. The epidermis itself has many layers. The bottom one, the basal layer, is where new skin cells form. As a fetus develops, the basal cells are multiplying like crazy. But their space is limited by the layers of skin above them. With nowhere to go, the basal layer starts to buckle and twist. That forms the ridge patterns that make up fingerprints. By the time a fetus is 24 weeks along, those patterns are locked in. Well, fingerprints stretch as we grow, but their unique pattern stays the same. Even if you cut or injure your finger, the skin grows back with the exact same ridges. So there's no way to change your fingerprints, not without doing a lot of damage at least. That's why they can be so useful in police investigations. Fingerprints have been used as evidence since at least the 1890s. That's when the patterns were officially categorized into loops, whorls, and arches. Small details in the ridges, known as minutiae, were also identified. These tiny differences are key to a fingerprint's uniqueness. Police began comparing prints found at crime scenes to those of suspects. If two prints had enough minutiae in common, it was considered a match. And that meant that the suspect must have been at the crime scene. This same basic system is still in use today. The technology has advanced a lot since then. Improved imaging can show even the tiniest minutiae, including sweat pores and the exact width of a ridge. These make it easier to identify who a print belongs to. Instead of using messy ink and paper, prints can be scanned directly into a computer. Local police departments can submit prints to the FBI. They've created a huge database of prints taken from crime scenes and arrest records from around the country. Sophisticated programs can quickly identify possible matches. That helps narrow down suspects with much less work. No, it's not as simple as it looks in those crime shows. Crime scenes are covered in thousands of prints, one on top of the other. On rare occasions, they might be visible, like if they're in wet paint. But usually, they're left behind by the sweat and oil in our skin. This invisible kind is called a latent print. To save a latent print, investigators sprinkle it with a superfine powder that sticks to the oil. Then they can lift the image of the print with a special kind of tape and transfer it to a card. Most latent prints are too smudged to use, and many are left by people who didn't do anything wrong. Well, like whoever lives there, or people who had a good reason for touching stuff at the scene. And it's not like you can just feed the collected prints into a computer and, boom, find a match. They have to be carefully cleaned up and then analyzed by experts. Even then, there might not be enough detail for a match, and experts might have different opinions on the same prints. Sometimes in a trial, it's left up to the jury to decide. Even if it's a match, that'll be just one of many pieces of evidence presented at the trial. It takes more than a fingerprint to prove someone's guilty of something, like catching them red-handed with your property. Stop that.
Could you guys see? Yeah. Could you guys hear? Mm-hmm. I think we can do one more topic. Which topic do you guys want to do? Ask everyone else. Everyone else is muted. Guys, I think we can do one more topic. Which topic do you want to do?
I don't know. Any.
Guys, do you want to do a shark brain pop? Guys?
Sure.
Okay. Tell me if you can hear.
Yes! Thank you, good sir. Check it out, Moby. I want to... Ah! Where did you get that? There's no way you're bringing that thing home. Dear Tim and Moby, can you guys help me solve this riddle my dad told me? What animal has no bones but thousands of teeth? From Eli. That's no riddle, Eli. Your dad is talking about sharks. Yeah, that guy was pretty flexible. That's because sharks don't have rigid bones. Like rays and skates, they're cartilaginous fish. Their skeletons are made of flexible tissue called cartilage. The same stuff we have in our noses and ears. Cartilage is sturdy and durable, but it's about half as dense as bone. It keeps sharks lightweight so they can zip through the sea. Sharks also have a unique flotation system, a large liver filled with oil. The oil is lighter than water, which helps them float. Unlike sharks, bony fish use gas-filled chambers to float. They adjust these swim bladders like balloons to move up and down. The fins of bony fish can also move in different directions. That lets them make tiny, delicate movements. Shark fins are way stiffer, so they can't hover or move backward. They can only go forward. Oh yeah, shark skin is pretty rough stuff. It's made of microscopic tooth-like scales called denticles. As sharks swim, the denticles channel water from head to tail. Between that and their streamlined shape, sharks are built for speed. Blue sharks and makos have been clocked at over 40 miles per hour. Oh right, the teeth. Each species has its own distinct type. In some dogfish, the teeth are long and spiky for stabbing prey. On the massive whale shark, they're tiny and curved backwards. I guess you don't need big teeth when you're just sucking in plankton. Yeah, shark teeth aren't rooted in sockets like ours. They grow like fingernails from the tissue in their jaws. In fact, they probably evolved from denticles on their skin. Just like denticles, shark teeth are continually replaced. It's like a conveyor belt. When one tooth falls out, another moves forward. Some sharks go through as many as 30,000 in their lifetime. But teeth aren't the only adaptation that keeps sharks at the top of their food chains. They can also sense electricity. Hundreds of thousands of electric receptors dot the skin on their heads. They pick up signals that mussels emit, like a beating heart or twitching fin. That helps sharks target their prey as they close in. I know, it's like some sixth sense out of a superhero movie. Unfortunately, the ocean is filled with man-made signals. What a shark senses as a tasty fish might actually be a boat, a buoy, or... Fortunately, they have other tricks up their sleeves. You may have heard that sharks can smell a drop of blood from miles away. That's an exaggeration, but their noses are very sensitive. They can even tell which direction smells are coming from. And great whites have a special trick. They've learned to poke their noses out of the water, because smell travels faster through the air. That coloring is called countershading, and most sharks have it. From below, their bellies help them blend into the sunlight. From above, their backs merge with the darkness of the deep. Pretty helpful for sneaking up on prey. Attacks on people are actually extremely rare, Moby. Most times, it's a mistake, and the shark swims away after the first bite. We're nowhere near as tasty as seals and dolphins. The fact is, sharks should be a lot more scared of us. People kill over 100 million sharks each year. Many are hunted just for their fins, which are a delicacy in some countries. Sharks don't have a lot of offspring, so their numbers are plummeting. Yeah, it kind of makes you feel bad for... We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Which one do you want to do now? Miss Saba, we're done with the brain pop.
Okay, so what do you want to do now?
Blue kit. Blue kit.
I don't want to do book it. Heika, what if it was crypto hack? Would you do book it if it was easy in crypto hack?
I want to do crypto hack.
Heika,
Nice scenery.
Heika, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello.
I don't want to do crypto hack.
Which one do you want to do then?
None.
Okay, so are you done? You want to end the class then? If you not want to do anything else?
No.
Okay,
I
then.
want to do I wanted to do blue kit.
You can play one bucket and leave.
I really want to do blue kit.
Anyone else interested?
Okay, I'll just do one book it.
Yeah.
And can we make it 30 minutes long? Oh, hey, I'm in Karachi.